Hey there, everyone. Welcome to yet another completely random video that has nothing to do with the prior ones. Well, I did manage to make two videos about Final Fantasy VII in a row, but one is pretty unlistenable. So, what is the topic today? Is it another video game? Is it a bodybuilding event? No, it's just some random ramblings. I want to talk about mainly about mystery, the unknown, and uncertainty. And what do I mean by that? When we say mystery, it sounds very fantastic, kind of a concept out of our usual day to day. We use it a lot for fantasy, for books, movies, any entertainment product. We want a bit of mystery there. What's going to happen? Some kind of drama. The unknown seems a bit more frightening. The unknown is also a mystery, but it's more like staring to a black hole. Like, what is going to come out of there? uh, some people have fear of the unknown, some people want the unknown. But then when we use the word uncertainty, it seems much more tuned into our everyday. We have a lot of uncertainties, and we use it in a lot of terms like stock market. It's a key feature. Tomorrow is always uncertain. Even the weather. you know Today was a bit uh, better weather earlier on, still nice enough to be outside, but it's gotten a bit cloudy. But what does all of this have to do? uh, it seems like the more the unknown gets close to our everyday lives, the less we like it. We work a lot and we live a lot throughout our days, taking things for granted, things, and we want to have them granted. That's something that we work for, we live for, to have a shelter, to have food, to have a job, to be able to count on people, our relatives, our friends, our significant others. We do a lot to build relationships. We do a lot to build certainty. We expect every Monday to pretty much be the same, like every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, and Friday. Maybe we want something a bit different for our weekend, but we count on a lot of things to just be the same for for ourselves to function. But truth is, nothing lasts forever, and we definitely live in a very uncertain time in general. And that's just how life is. And how do we cope with that? You hear a lot in like, not self-help, but there's a lot of like motivational content that is getting very popular these days. You think about like Jordan Peterson, and even maybe a bit more extreme acts like maybe Andrew Tate and all these influencers. And they, one of the key things in their message seems to be able to be boiled down to focus on what you can control. Focus on yourself and not necessarily mind so much others or try to control it. And obviously then they uh, go other ways with their message that might not be so agreeable. But I think this concept, as although it's simple, it's rather hard to manifest. There's this concept of the sphere of influence, which is the things that you can control, and then there are the things that influence you, which you can't control. And we always have the tendency as humans to try to get what we don't have. We want to influence or we can't. We want to make things our own. How do we deal with that when we can't? It's definitely not easy. Uh, Hard to deal with things when they don't go our way. And it's easy in those situations to fall into maybe behaviors we are not as happy about, because if there's something that looks bad on people is wanting to be controlling, you know, wanting to influence others in a very explicit way. No one likes to be preached that. No one likes to be told what to do. And also, being a beggar, being someone who is always asking for something, who's showing some kind of dependency, it's also not appealing at all. It's considered the contrary of being natural. When your natural things come to you, you make things happen. When you ask for them, you usually don't get it. But we tend to fall into that trap. We tend to fall into the trap of trying to influence things that we can't, and we also fall into the trap of feeling entitled. And I know I'm saying a lot, but I might have to edit those things. I'm not sure. But it's something easy to struggle when we just don't know which road to take, because life ain't like a video game where you got a certain objective and this is what you got to do, and if you do it, here's the reward, here's the achievement, the next level, the big cutscene, wherever it might be. In life, there's no real pointers of, if you want to get here, you gotta just do this. There's always something else, something more that is not told. And everyone is different, but not every shoe fits necessarily. Um, we have to go through a lot of paths to find our path. Some people get there earlier, some people take a bit more time to get there, but we all have to, in some way, struggle to find whatever it is that we want to find. Now, I wish I had these answers, how to face uncertainty, but I definitely don't. I think that the message of saying just focus on yourself is very simplistic, because not just very simplistic, but overly simplistic. Because the truth is, no one is anyone without others. Even if we do our best to not chase validation, if we do our best to just be our own people, we're no one alone. And just how we are influenced by others, we also want to influence others. Doesn't mean there's necessarily a bad thing. It's okay to want to earn someone's trust, someone's appreciation, or to earn things in life, money and goods and reputation. All those things are valid to a certain extent. So just saying focus on yourself is not really reaching the middle ground of what it is that we really chase. But at the other hand, there's the other spectrum, which is if you focus too much on others or on other things outside your control, you lose sight of who you are. And again, an imposter not only is very easy to tell, it's definitely not appealing. Uh, there's those kind of psychology courses where you can learn how people lie. If they look a certain way, they are recollecting a memory, but if they look another way, they are making up a memory. There's a lot of these tricks, so we express a lot more than we do with our words. We, to obviously a spectrum of people who are talented and not as talented, we tend to not be good liars, and as days go by, it's harder and harder to lie. So it's definitely hard to reach a certain conclusion on what to do, how to deal with uncertainty. Uh, I think, I don't know, part. I guess this video should be called "I don't have the answers to these questions," because I don't. I guess we'll find out as we go.